That was the Qatar Grand Prix, and I am in pole position. I am in pole position, guys. Incredible weekend, probably the best so far in combination of the whole weekend, sprint qualifying, race. Incredible. I was safe in a sprint race. I achieved my first point ever in a sprint race. After starting on P2, I lost places from sprint quali to a sprint race. We saw that in qualifying in one lap the car felt amazing, and I qualified in P2, and I qualified on pole position in Qatar in the qualifying and full qualifying. But in race things changed a bit. I had pace, but some of the cars in front of me had better pace. And in the race start, I'm the car that is the Williams. I'm the Williams basically alongside to Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen did an incredible start, amazing race start. Look at how much advantage he get in just a few meters. He passed me, and then I had, I think it's Russell, and don't remember if it's Piastri or Norris now. Piastri passed me as well. I tried to fight with him. I went wide. The Mercedes almost crashed into me. A bit chaotic there, a bit aggressive. I had to move on, and I dropped from P1 to P4. This is something that happened to me in the sprint race. I need to learn a bit from the race start. The top drivers of the top teams are really aggressive. I'm not accustomed to fight with these drivers normally because my Williams is not there so high, so at the top. And they're very good, these drivers, in the race starts. I have to learn a lot especially from next season. But obviously it's not my work. I mean, I was fighting with a Williams, the 7th fastest car, you know. I try to do my best, but yeah. And from now, it was about to maintain the pace and to stay behind the rest of the cars. Now I have behind Norris, so Piastri and I think Russell passed me. This is lap 13. Actually, I lost 2 places more with Norris and Fernando. I'm in 6th place. Norris passed me, I think, fair enough. I did a mistake with Alonso. I think I went wide in some of the corners and I lost the place. And then I have Perez behind and Hamilton. With Perez I lost the position some laps later because I have an ERS issue during some of the laps, or one of the laps, and he passed me in the straight line. I lost the battery. And Hamilton passed me as well later on. Look at that. This is the moment Perez passed me. I had a ERS problem. I had no energy in the battery enough in that lap, and Perez passed me. I tried to fight anyway, but he was not able to do it. And then it's Hamilton. Hamilton tried to pass me here, but he passed me later on when I did a little mistake in the next turn. I think it's turn 4, this one, the next ahead. And this is just now lap 52. Now actually I'm still in P8 after the pit stop. Everyone pit to change from medium to hard, only one stop. I tried to do the overcut as some of the cars in front did, or tried to do. It didn't work. The cars that pit one lap earlier even gained more advantage. And from lap, I think 28, when I stopped, to lap 45, something like that, I was like 2 seconds behind this train of cars. I was desperate in trying to catch these cars to have DRS and to defend from Leclerc that was coming like 3-4 seconds behind me. And it was like 17 laps, qualifying laps, pushing like crazy to catch this train. Thanks, they were battling. I could catch them little by little. And this is lap 52 or 58, like 4 or 5 laps to go. I had a moment where I could able to fight with to try to pass Perez, who was the car in front of me. And this is the moment. This was the whole second stint, all the time. And just behind Leclerc, trying to catch us. But we were these 5 cars fighting all the time in the second stint, and this is the only chance I have during these 25 laps we were fighting. I was very close. I tried the outside, very risky because even I had to use all the curve. Even I broke the bollard. I use the outside now, but the grip in the outside is terrible, and Perez maintained the inside and he maintained the place. And after that, no chances to do any more overtakes. We finished. Alonso finished 5th. Then I finished Russell, I don't know, Perez and me. I finished in P8 at the end. So, but it was a great weekend. More points for me. 4 consecutive race on points, unbelievable. Super solid race. 4 on pole position, absolutely incredible. The ending of this season is being one of my best ever. So I could do a bit better result, maybe avoiding some mistakes and maybe to stay in front of some of these cars, but it was not my fight, guys. I'm in a Williams. So anyway, for the last time, let's analyze the track of this weekend, which is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Jazz Marina circuit, a circuit that in the last years was a bit modified, some of the corners. Now it's a bit faster. It's not, I not say that it's boring, it's not the worst tracks, one of the worst tracks for me. It's not one of my favorite as well, have some interesting corners, it's okay. Here I never had great results. Last year I could have an amazing 7th place after a big crash some of the top drivers have at the beginning of the race. Lando or Norris out, Max Verstappen out, Charles Leclerc out, Lewis Hamilton out, and that gave me the possibility in the restart after a red flag of that massive crash to start in to do only one stop and to try to go to the end until the end on the same set of cars. The rest of the car pit 2 times, and in the final stint I was trying to defend all the cars behind me with new tires, and in the final laps they passed me, but I was just for a few laps I could finish in P7. And in the rest of the seasons I think I never scored points here. I'm not sure, but I think I never scored points. This one is not a track that I'm very good. Let's see if this year finally, with the good streak of good results I have now, is the time for a change. Jazz Marina circuit, guys. This circuit is really different in the 3 sectors it has. It's like a combination of very different sectors, and it's like three mini circuits in only one. Because the sector 1, which is the red section, starts in turn 1. This is 90 degrees. Easy to go a bit wide because the speed here is high. Here there is an extra curve that you can use, but be careful, don't oversee or exceed track limits. It's very easy. It's about to turn in, accelerate as soon as possible, and to get traction, because this is flat out. Even in this layout looks difficult to thinking that it's flat out, but it's flat out. This section, this is a good uphill. It's very beautiful while the sunset is going on, to see the sun goes down. This is about car control, to stick to the left. Now this corner is flat out, but it's very important to do it very smoothly. Don't try to turn too much the car, especially in race, to save tires a bit and to avoid overheating. You have to take this corner really smooth, and doing minimum direction changes in the steering wheel. To go to the turn 5, this is one of the corners that was modified in the recent years. Now it's faster because on the previous layout here it was a chicane left and right, and now it's directly a straight line, and the turn 5 that is more rounded now. It's not so 90 degrees. And this corner is interesting, have different lines. You can start very at the wide and closing the line, or through the car in the inside, maintain the inside and exiting with a better traction. Both lines works. Normally I prefer outside, inside, outside. This is my favorite line. And here the traction is very important, because now you have all this long straight in qualifying with DRS, and probably this is where you will make the difference. If you had a very bad exit, you will easily lose 2, 3 or 4 tenths in all this straight line section. Along with this one, the only places where you can pass cars in normal conditions, so make sure your exit is very good here. To turn 6, super slow corner. This is super slow, one of the slowest. It's classic, braking at 100 meters. Prepare the car in the inside to check in the outside, sorry, to take the inside. And once you take the turn 6 to the left, maintain the left side to take the proper line in turn 7. Here this traction is critical, and it's difficult. It's very easy to slide a bit the rear, because the tires are a bit overheating from the last corner, and the grip here is very low, and the traction is very fundamental, very important to gain speed as soon as possible to take the next straight line section, with DRS. Another spot for overtaking in race. To turn 9, this is the other corner that was changed. I loved the previous one that was a triple chicane, left, right, was left, right, left. Now it's a very fast corner. Also, it's very nice. I have to say, it's very fun. Similar to this one, but it's a bit faster. You have to throw down the car through the inside, maintain the middle line, and to close the line at the end to exit with a small speed as possible. Here it's possible to overtake as well, but you need better tires than the other car, obviously. This is where starts sector 3. That this one is the most technical, and here in qualifying, if you punish too much the tires, especially the rears in the previous sections, you will suffer a lot. Here you need very good rears, not overheating tires, because now you will overheat the rears massively in this section. A lot of corners very close each other, you know. Move on to flat out. Turn 10 is flat out, obviously. Turn 11 as well. And turn 11 is tricky because it's flat out, and you have to, once you pass this corner, you have to start to thinking to brake, to check turn 12. And here is very easy to lock at the left front because you have to be a bit turning, you know, before braking. So it's very easy to lock up and going wide. So be prepared. Set your brake bias in 55. More should be fine. And brake a bit smoother or smoothly than in previous corners because it's more easy to lock up. Turn 12. Now we go to prepare the car for the next two. These ones are very important. Two consecutive left hand side corner. Here now the rears are a bit overheating. It's about to, even you have not to touch the brakes here. It's about to through the car, lifting your foot from the throttle pedal in 3/4 gear, taking the corner by the inside. Prepare the car in the outside to take once again the turn 14, and here there is a wall very close at the exit. There is not outside curve, it's just a wall, so you have to get close as much as possible without touching. Here is very easy to touch the wall, so be careful. And also it's very easy to slide because the rears are very overheating, and you can lose the rear and crash the wall in the exit. So make sure you are really smooth with the throttle here. To go to the last two final corners, 15 I think is flat out in qualifying, and you have to be prepared for the last one. 16 that is about to maintain the left side and to take the inside curve to the right hand side, and to put the foot on the throttle as soon as possible. Even if you slide a bit, doesn't care because the start finish line is very soon. So make sure you accelerate as soon as possible, controlling the car obviously, and you finish the lap. Very technical circuit, especially the sector 3, and you have to thinking about the rear in every moment, especially in sector 3. So it's not easy at all. For overtaking is very fun because these two sections allows you to defend and to attack in the different zones. Even if you are passing this section, you can retake the place in this one. It's very fun track in that regard. I'm very technical in the last one, so well, it's not bad. Not one of my favorite, but it's okay. And now finally move on for the last time this season into the development and everything. Let's see if we have developed the last upgrade of the season, the intercooler. Let's see if it works.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Perfect, guys. And we have a message from my engineer. That engine issue was super unfortunate. We should make sure to invest in chassis upgrades and consider swapping out engine components when they are on their last legs to mitigate our chances of hitting similar issues in the future. Oh, probably that he's talking about the ERS issue I had in the Qatar Grand Prix. On a positive note, the team investigation into the root of the fault have to lead to us scoring a breakthrough in our research. Cheers. Okay, more. We have a reward of 200 points. Unfortunately, they are useless because the development of the car is finished. Anyways, it's okay. And wow, this is. Look at that, we have no specialists for the first time this season. I think it's the final race. No goals for this race. Wow, I was not expecting that. So move on. In driver details, finally only one race to go. Let's see if we can finish the season in 74. That should be my target, to finish in 74. The target was 69. We did it. So great. We are above our target by 4. Let's see if we can fight to finish in 74. That's my mission. In accolades, if I finish 5th, I could get the championship points accolade to reach 50 points in a season. I'm not sure. Top 10 finish is not possible. I have 7, only 1 race to go. Top 5 qualifying. I have 5 top 5 qualifying, guys, in a Williams this season. Unbelievable. Well, so but I think it won't be possible to reach any of them. Sorry, let me check something. Okay. In rivalry, guys, look at that. The rivalry with my teammate. 3-1 I'm winning. Obviously in points, I don't think Albon to beat me, he has to finish in second to beat me. I have not to score points, so I think championship point we are the winners. In qualifying result, Alex beat me by much. 16-7, let's see if we can finish in 16-8. In podium finishes, I think it will be 0-0. Highest qualifying, I was pole in Qatar, improving my second place in Spa, and it was 5th, I don't remember where. So he only can equal to me, so that's nice. And race result after the Qatar Grand Prix, now I'm ahead, finally. For the first time this season, I ahead of Alex in race results. But if he beat me, Alex, in Abu Dhabi, we were match. So let's try to finish ahead. And best finishing position, same, 4th. So I think we can say we won the rivalry with Alex, except in qualifying, but he was clearly better than me. We beat Alex at the end, and that's nice to start the next season. The driver rating graphs. After the Qatar Grand Prix, you can see how much they improved. The experience, obviously, I finished all sessions, increased once again. The race graph in blue, also that is affected by overtakes and finish position compared to starting. Well, this one was not improved because I start so high that only I had possibilities to lose places from my starting position. I started second in the sprint and first in race, and obviously I lost places. So that's why the race graph is still in the same level. The orange line, awareness, no DNF, no collisions, no off-track moments, so very clean. Once again, very racing up the line. The pace that is on green, my best rating in this season. I was second in sprint qualifying. I was second in first in qualifying. I almost did the fastest lap in racing Qatar. So the line, you can see how much increase the green line, so it's my strongest point, the pace. And the focus, finally, after very bad races, obviously I reflex form in qualifying and race results versus taking vehicle performance into account. I overperformed the car. This car is said to be in P13, 14, 11, and I finished in second place in sprint qualifying, first place in Qatar. What I can say, I finished in points in the sprint, and in race I was clearly overperforming the car. That's why finally I recovered a bit of focus. But we are on the same level that we were on Netherlands. Let's see if we can finish the season in the highest level possible in focus. That this definitely was my worst point of the season. Very low in comparison to the rest of the ratings. That most of them are in 73, 74, and the focus is only in 64. And finally, ERD, guys, no R&D. Season is over. Everything we can develop now, it won't be ready for the last race, so it's no sense at all. Thanks to the last upgrade, seems that we pass Bishakashab RB. That means that we can finish the season as 16. That was the place where we were most of the time. So good news. In progress now, we have nothing. So great. Well, we have this one. Yes, we have, but this is not ready for this race, so no sense at all. And the vehicle, as always, in the classic weekends where we have 3 practice sessions, normally I use all components, but this season I was able to finish so well. Even I don't need the 4 unit in most of the components. Let's use directly these power units, guys. Since the beginning, they are in a very good shape. So let's maintain it, you know. So yeah, let's use the same units, and in the final race I will put the 4th one to use them at least, no. Tire allocation. Here we are using the softest compound tires, C5, C4 and C3. This is very risky, I think. The red tire will be super fragile. For one qualifying laps is okay, but for race it will be absolutely useless. But in Abu Dhabi, it's important to qualify very high because it's not so easy to overtake at the beginning. So let's try to use the softer tire allocation. We need as much soft tires as possible. But it's true, I have to say, and in race maybe it's good to have 2 sets of mediums for the race. So yeah, anyway, I think it's more important qualifying position than race. I think I will sacrifice a bit the race strategy and to put the soft tire guys, to be honest. And finally, let's check the standings. The standings, obviously Max Verstappen once again won the race. World champions is the round 79 Azerbaijan. Alonso looks that we will finish in second place. It's not over yet. 11 points advantage with Leclerc, who did about the weekend in Qatar. But it's still possible for him. And then it's Russell that is fighting with Perez and Norris for finishing P4. Only 5 points advantage with Perez after a great podium of Russell. The last part of the season of Russell has been amazing. Since Azerbaijan, he was in top 4 except in Singapore, achieving 1 victory in Mexico and another podium in Brazil and Qatar. And then it's Perez and Norris. I think Sainz will finish in 7th probably. Or no, maybe in 8th. He's fighting with Hamilton to finish in 7th place after a very bad weekend also in Qatar. And then it's Piastri who will finish in 9th, that's for sure. Stroll will finish in 10th. And then it's me and the rest of the cars. The rest of the second league. And as you can see, my final races have been incredible. Since Mexico, I scored points in every single one. We have to add an extra point that I achieved in Qatar in the sprint race, where I finished in 8th. And as you can see, in the last races I achieved most of the points I have. Thanks to that, I have now a 15 points advantage with Alex. That means probably I will finish ahead. It will be crazy if not. He has to do a second place and I have not to score points, so I think it's not possible for him. So then it's Tsunoda that is fighting with Gasly with Albon for finishing in P12. It's possible for them, difficult, but it's possible. They are in the fight and I will finish in P11 probably. That was my target since the beginning of the season. I'm the champion of the second league, you know, and that was the target, and I finished where I really want to finish. So super happy with that. And then it's from Ricciardo to Hülkenberg. Ricciardo still 5 points, Magnussen 4, Bottas 3, Ocon 1, Joe and Hülkenberg without points. Let's see if they can finally score points in the last race, at least one of them at least. But it's looking very well. And in the constructors we will finish in 6th place. That was the target we set at the beginning of the season, so fantastic. We have 38 points gap advantage with RB. It will be crazy if we don't finish ahead of them. Red Bull was champion, Ferrari will be second, probably Mercedes third, McLaren will be fourth, Aston Martin fifth. So fantastic guys, fantastic. So in this race what we have to do is trying to increase these numbers just a bit more. That's what I'm fighting for. After a very good final part of the season. And driver stats, average grid. Finally, I was able to improve the average grid. It's now in 13. The average finish is still in 14. Let's see if we can finish some points in this weekend, and we can even reduce the average finish in race to 13. Should be nice. 40 points, 13,397 kilometers driven. One fastest lap, one pole position now, and 2,130 laps driven in this game. But we need to complete still the last weekend. Let's see if we can increase a bit more even the numbers. So it's time to go now for the last race weekend of the season. Let's see if we have rain or not. Normally in this track it should be complete dry weekend. If not, it will be a surprise. So move on. For the last time, guys, this is the last time we did this weekend preview in this game. Next time will be in the F125 in a couple of months ago. In Williams once again. I will be confirmed as a Williams driver for the next game, the next career mode, so let's see if we can do even better next time to do a big jump to a big team for the F126 game. I think F125 will be my breaking point, you know, the moment I have to do something very important to start in F126 in a top team to fight for bigger things. Okay, so okay, no rain at all as it should be here in this Grand Prix. And now let's read the message. Morning everyone, I have touched the preview for this weekend Grand Prix. If you have any question, come see me in the data center. Okay, we have the intercooler upgrade that give us a bit of more of power in the last race. That's nice. And the weather forecast, it will be cloudy the whole race. It's a bit I don't like it because this track is very, I really like how the sun goes down at the beginning of the race, and then you start at the daytime and you finish at 9. With these clouds, obviously the sun won't be sound. So yeah, a bit disappointed, but it doesn't matter. And finally, let's see the development of the rest of the teams that they are here and the progress history. And we finish as the 6th fastest team. We pass once again RB after they pass us in Qatar. They brought important upgrades, but now thanks to the last upgrade we have here, the intercooler, we will finish the season as the 6th fastest team, even catching a bit McLaren, but obviously we're still behind them. Anyway, let's try to fight with them as much as possible as we did in Qatar, and let's see if we can finish and to catch some point at the end in Abu Dhabi, finishing for the 5th consecutive time in points position. Should be very, very nice. So no more to say. Now it's time for practice. Practice 1. This is the programs we have for this weekend. Let's try to complete the track acclimatization and probably the ERS management in this first practice session, but this practice session will be celebrated on my Twitch channel, TannyFloss1. Don't forget to follow me there, and don't miss the action in the final weekend. This is the final practice 1 session of the Formula 124 driver career mode, guys, so don't miss it, guys. This is the end. Let's try to have fun. Let's try to complete the final programs of the season as well, and let's see what we can do. See you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in 12 minutes on Twitch for the practice 1 session of the last Grand Prix weekend of my Formula 124 career mode with Williams Racing.